Hey, you guys in capes.
And rogues who are sneaky.
Thanks for tuning in.
To entertain the geeky.
Guys, what's going on?
There's a big black mic in the face.
Chris and Rodger here.
So, I had a thought.
What?
So there's a lot of videos and movies and TVs and video games and board games that reflect how we become as a culture, right? How you and I, as gamers and nerds and geeks or whatever, what are the top 10 TV shows?
Top 10 TV shows?
That someone needs to watch in order to be a geek. Like, if you were to sit down with your kid and you were saying, son, that made it worse.
No, oh yeah.
Yeah, it did. Son, these are the shows that you must watch in order to be a geek. Like to set him down on the right path. Okay. In your mind, top 10 shows, go.
Top 10?
Mm-hmm.
Most of
they don't have to be like number 1. You don't have to rank them 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. But just 10 shows.
Do the Marvel series on Netflix.
Like the entire, like all of them?
All of them are good.
Okay.
You can try Star Trek makes you a geek.
Your favorite shows.
My favorite?
Like yours, like the shows that
honestly, so at this point, I would do something like Winona Earp or the Marvel series on Netflix. But there's like a whole bunch of those. So like saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's like 5 of those already. Geez, I don't know. I don't see. I'm not watching as much TV as I once did.
Here's like it doesn't. That's the thing. Once did. Like it's not TV shows that are on the air now.
Game of Thrones.
Like, but okay. So Game of Thrones, but TV. Courtney says Tailspin.
Tailspin. Okay.
These are shows that growing up are shows that you would turn to and say you need to watch these shows to be a geek.
Cartoons, man. Go back, watch the old X-Men series.
Okay. X-Men.
Watch the old Iron Man series, Spider-Man series from the 90s. Those are really good. Basically any Saturday morning cartoon that was on when we were a kid, because we had a bunch of really good ones.
Earthworm Jim.
The Tick is really good on Amazon. I
haven't watched that yet.
It's pretty freaking funny.
Is it? I watched the pilot episode back, 2 years ago?
Year and a half ago, yeah.
Something like that. We were working at the shop when that pilot came out, weren't we?
No, it was right after.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, that's been 3 years ago.
It's been a minute since that pilot's come out.
They have a whole series, and then there's also a second series that's about to come out on that, and it looks good. Second series. First.
You mean season?
Season, yeah. First season was good.
You're not British, fucktard.
Yeah, first series.
Yeah, that's what the British call it.
Gargoyles is a really good one.
Gargoyles is dark as fuck.
It's a really good show, too. So, yeah, definitely go watch Gargoyles. I don't know, man. There's a bunch of really good stuff out there that everybody needs to check out.
All right. You ready?
What do you got?
You ready? All right. So, X-Files. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. For people that aren't geeks, that never watched Star Trek, Deep Space Nine is the one to watch. So we got X-Files, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Sliders.
Sliders, okay.
Sliders is good. I'm going to say it, Veronica Mars.
Oh, V. You remember the show V?
Yeah, it's right over there. I've got every iteration of V except for the new reboot.
V is good. The reboot was good.
The reboot was good. No, obviously, Courtney, Buffy comes. Like, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I'm up to 5. The Viscos, Briscoe County Jr.
Okay.
No, because I've not watched all of Battlestar Galactica. I've only watched the first season. The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. You have a fun little show that no one really talks about called Mantis. It's about a black guy in a wheelchair who develops an exoskeleton suit and goes and fights crime. Came out in the 90s. It was really good. And then dinosaurs showed up and it got really bad.
Season 1 of Heroes is good.
Season 1 of Heroes is fantastic.
Don't watch anything after that.
The first half of season 2 is good.
First half, and then if you just ended at season 1 and are content,
you're good.
Don't watch anything else.
Robotech.
Okay.
Robotech, like that. We're up to 9.
Saw that over there, yeah.
Yeah, Robotech, and then I'm gonna say for the 10th show that you have to watch in order to be a good geek is limiting myself to 10 was a bad idea. Obviously, Firefly. Why did I forget about Firefly?
I knew you were going to say Firefly.
I forgot Firefly. I forgot Harry Potter is a movie, not a TV show.
There's a bunch of really good movies, and if it was naming off movies, we'd be here all day.
Like
Kick-Ass is a good.
No, you have 10. You have exactly 10.
Kick-Ass is a good
to
one.
tell your son this is how you become a geek.
Yeah, Kick-Ass. Obviously, Star Wars. I say you have to start 4, 5, and 6. You don't watch 1, 2, 3 first.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 don't exist.
I'm happy with 1, 2, and 3. You just got to go back and watch them after. Rogue One, it's actually a good flick.
But that's all still Star Wars.
It is, but I'm not gonna group them all into one. I'm giving Star Wars 2 spots for fucking 8 movies. I mean,
no,
that's generous.
No, it's all one. Like I can't sit there and get Lord of the Rings.
I was gonna say Lord of the Rings.
Like that whole trilogy.
Don't watch The Hobbit though.
Why? The Hobbit's not good.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
Don't watch The Hobbit.
Did
you see College? That College Humor did a bit on what it's like to have sex with Peter Jackson.
No.
And it's like the girl's like, "Oh, that was so awesome! It was so epic!" Blah blah blah. And then he pulls her forward. She's like, "Oh, you want to go again?" So she goes again. She's like, "Yeah, I'm not really sure if we were ready for that frame rate jumping, but it was nice. I enjoyed it." He pulls her again, and after the third time, she goes, "Yeah, it's pretty much what I expected. You're really good with stamina, and it's kind of all the same." And then he finishes, so he starts grunting, and he goes on for 35 seconds grunting, and she's like, "Oh, so you're finally done. We're good." And he goes, again, because Peter Jackson can't fucking finish a movie.
Cannot end a movie.
No, not when it's Lord of the Rings.
Clerks 2.
Yeah, okay.
Mallrats, love Mallrats. So there's 5. You got to watch the Kevin Smith flicks. I already said Kick-Ass, didn't I? Mm-hmm. Okay, Kick-Ass is actually a fun movie. Big Trouble in Little China.
That's like the movie.
It's awesome. I'm going to do a few Kung Fu movies here. The Last Dragon. You have to watch that.
To be a nerd?
Yeah.
Okay.
You watch that and you'll understand.
Okay.
Because it's nerdy as fuck.
Is it nerdy as fuck or is it just because you think it's nerdy as fuck?
Oh, no, it's nerdy as fuck.
All right.
It's a bad 80s Kung Fu movie.
I have Big Trouble in Little China. We're good.
Okay.
We're good. Go ahead.
Good God. Now I feel on the spot. MCU stuff for sure.
Okay.
I'm not going to go through and rate all those and all that
but
stuff.
one day we need to.
We do need to.
Before Infinity War comes out, we need to sit down and give our best.
Which ones we think are the best and which ones are not.
Also, guess what's happening next week? State of Nerddom address.
State of Nerddom address. And then for my number 10, I don't know, man. There's a bunch of good movies out there just to watch.
Yeah, there are. But like this is you passing down nerddom to your sons.
To my sons, Thomas Jane's Punisher.
Oh, okay.
That's a good fucking movie.
Like Courtney's naming off some good movies. There's Short Circuit, Johnny Five Alive, Batteries Not Included,
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. So here we go. Yeah. So 10.
Yeah.
Blade Runner. I'm gonna try not to name any of the movies you named.
Okay.
Which sucks because Big Trouble in Little China you named. Blade Runner, Predator. Yeah.
Is that geeky?
Oh, yeah. He fights a fucking alien. It's geeky, especially nowadays. So, what did I say? Blade Runner, Predator. I can't use Serenity because that feels like it's a fucking cop-out at that point. The Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, with John Leguizamo?
Yes. Show him what happens when nerddom goes bad. The most successful independent movie to date, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's actually a good one. That's a good one.
TMNT. Wanted, where they curve the bullets because that shows that nothing.
So stupid.
You can't curve bullets. You can't get bullets. And then Harry Potter.
The Harry Potter series is good.
Highlander.
Ooh, that's a good
Highlander.
One. Good action flick too.
To go completely off script, The Quick and the Dead, directed by Sam Raimi. Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 and
by itself.
Just here, watch Spider-Man 2. You don't need that stupid origin story that we get in all the movies, and it's just here's Doc Ock, and it's a good flick. It's the best of the 3 trilogies.
Hands down.
And last but not least, want to kind of think of something a little more hard sci-fi. Moon's good.
Moon
is good. So I'm sorry, take Moon off. The Dungeons and Dragons movie.
With the Wayans brothers?
Yeah, with Wayans and Jeremy Irons. And
it's a goofy flick.
It is a goofy flick.
Bright's actually a good movie.
I haven't watched Bright yet.
It's cool.
So apparently the critics panned it, but it's gotten really good downloads.
It's actually a good flick.
And they're doing a sequel already. Like that's confirmed.
David Ayer has a bunch of really good flicks. And I didn't list Suicide Squad in there, though I do feel like if you're a nerd, you have to watch Suicide Squad.
Should you watch okay, here we go. Let's get a little deeper into this. You have one Batman movie to show. One. Okay. One Batman movie.
Tim Burton's Batman. So here's my thought.
Okay.
He got this whimsical thing like Batman 66
He made it dark.
But it was still kind of dark.
Not kind of dark. That movie was dark as fuck.
It was entertaining, and it's standalone.
Except he uses guns.
A little bit.
Not a little bit.
A little bit.
He runs through the entire Axis chemical power plant with machine guns coming out of the Batmobile.
Yeah. Batmobiles
That's
have machine guns.
That's not a little bit.
Batmobiles have machine guns.
That's not a little bit of guns.
I'm fine with it.
And he kills people.
Good. They had it coming.
Like, straight up. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Did that fuck everything up? I had a phone call.
A call came in.
Did it, we still recording?
I think so. Yeah, it says live. Good. Sorry about the call, guys.
There we go. We're back to, I don't know who the fuck called me either. I got to call him back.
Some St. Charles number.
Yeah, probably something for work.
Probably.
Don't they know I got shit to do? Now look. We're all fuckered up here.
Camera's all messed up.
Hold on. God, there we go.
Golly gee willikers.
Oh, fuck my life.
Good to go.
Close.
Good to go.
So one Batman movie. So you're going to go Tim Burton?
I like Tim Burton's Batman.
I'm going to go with The Dark Knight. I knew it.
You were going to say it.
I was trying not to. I was trying not to give The Dark Knight. Okay, if I took The Dark Knight out, I would say Batman Forever.
Oh,
with
really?
Val Kilmer.
I like Val Kilmer's Batman.
Okay, so Val Kilmer's Batman's really good. Val Kilmer does a damn good job of playing both Batman and Bruce Wayne.
Yes, he does.
I think he was the first actor other than Kevin Conroy to get both roles correct. The movie had just enough camp to harken back to the 1960s Batman movie, but it was still darker than Batman and Robin.
That movie was awful.
That movie was awful. So I would say that'd be the one to show. Plus, you get Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey.
And Uma Thurman.
And no, that's Batman and Robin.
Oh yeah, I guess it is.
Mr. Freeze, Uma Thurman,
that's
Bane.
Right. You're right. Yeah.
That's all one thing.
They all kind of melded together for me.
I can see that a lot of fucking lights, a lot of glow lights. But I would say Batman Forever, if I was to show one movie off as the Batman movie to watch, because it gives you Robin, it gives a good intro to Robin. You had Bruce Wayne standing up in the middle of a crowd screaming, "I'm Batman."
Would
Harvey.
you do Batman v Superman? Because we both like Batfleck.
Yeah, I like Batman v Superman, but I don't think if I was to introduce people to Batman movies, I would say Batman Forever. I know I'm stepping on a lot of toes and I'm pissing a lot of people off by not.
Are like, fuck you.
Yeah, and they're all like, no, it's either Michael Keaton or Christian Bale. There is no other Batman. But Val Kilmer did a good job. I think
Val Kilmer did do a good job.
He did a damn good job. And if
you don't like it, you can get out.
And he did, even I'm gonna say this, even George Clooney did a good job as Batman and our Bruce. He did more of a good job as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
But that movie was just bad. All right, one horror movie to pass on nerddom.
One horror movie?
One scary movie.
Oh man.
It's got to be scary. Super scary.
I don't know. I'm not a horror person. I don't
Cabin
really
in the
watch
Woods.
horror.
Get the fuck out of here.
I've not watched it.
You're not watching Cabin in the Woods?
No. We've talked about that on a previous
Can't
episode.
you say Evil Dead?
Evil Dead's funny, and I've watched it.
It's supposed to be scary.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. The original Evil Dead was supposed to be scary. Entertain the Geeky says hi. He loves us, guys. I think that's Matt. I think that's
Matt. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt. No, I think Evil Dead. The first Evil Dead was meant to be scary.
I can see where it was. It was just so over the top.
Not the first one.
I felt like it was still over the top. It was a funny flick.
It was nowhere near as over top as the second one.
No, not at all.
No,
but the second one, they were like, okay, we were over the top in the first one. Watch this.
Well, no, more actually, what happened was Sam Raimi did the second one so over the top that because studio censorship came hard on the first Evil Dead, and he was like, guess what? I'm gonna make it bloodier, gorier, and just more menacing, and I'm just gonna take out the tree rape scene, and they're gonna love this movie. So he replaced a lot of the blood with green, and went to town there. And that's how that went.
Very good.
Was that Cody Tubbs?
It was somebody.
Yeah. Anywho.
Descent's
a good movie. All right, so we got horror out of the way. Comedy.
Comedy?
What comedy movie would you give to your child to say this is what it means to be a nerd?
How old is my kid?
It doesn't matter. Age is irrelevant here. This is all metaphorical speaking.
Okay. They're going with the Kevin Smith flick. I mean,
which one?
Clerks 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Clerks 2 over Mallrats?
It would be Clerks 2 or Mallrats.
Mallrats pretty much was like, here, guess what? This is what happens when you collect comic books. You're Brody.
Yeah. And I agree with that. However, Clerks 2 is just a funner movie.
Funner? I mean, I think Clerks 2 is
it's fun to watch.
I think Clerks 2 is a better movie than Mallrats.
You were going to say gooder.
I was going to say gooder.
It is a gooder movie.
It's a gooder movie than Mallrats. I think Mallrats is more. I mean, you have Stan Lee show the fuck up.
You do, and Stan Lee's cameo, and it's awesome.
Like, that's the best cameo. That right there is the best cameo Stan Lee's ever done.
His love speech that he gives,
and then the talking about the things doink and all that. Like, that's the perfect Stan Lee cameo.
That was a good one for sure.
So you want to reverse your decision here and come on my train?
No,
you're going to stick with Clerks 2?
Clerks 2's it's a good movie, and it's by the King of Nerds. If you watch that, you're going to watch Mallrats.
I think the comedy of the show for being a nerd is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, you're just saying that's a comedy?
It is a comedy.
It's got comedic elements.
It's a comedy. It is the comedy of the Marvel movies.
Kind of. Yeah.
Not kind of. It is.
Oh no!
Like I see it in your pretty blue eyes. You're thinking about it.
The original Howard the Duck was.
Oh my god, I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, shut up.
Okay, now let's go to that. Movies you make sure your son never watches. Like I know it's nerdy, but you just don't watch this movie. Hands down, don't watch this movie.
Hands down, don't watch it at all?
At all. You cannot watch this fucking movie if you want to be a nerd. Because it's just a black hole on nerddom. And Howard the Duck is kind of that way.
Serenity.
Get the fuck out of here.
I did not. Okay, so... I'm gonna say my piece, and you're gonna listen. I couldn't get through episode 1 of Firefly. Didn't really care for it. Wasn't that great, and that's a cop out. But I didn't.
No, that is a comedy. Shut up, Matt.
Didn't really care for it. It was a cop out, by the way. It was too slow moving. Blah blah blah. I get that it was Joss Whedon, and then Serenity, no different. It's the same.
No, oh my
thing.
god,
same thing. I'm
gonna cut your hair when you're sleeping.
It's just not that great. You want to like it because of what it is, not because of the quality.
I'm trying to make sense of that statement there, because I like Firefly.
You like what it represents because it's a Firefly thing. You want to like it.
I like it. It's a good movie.
It's not actually.
It has flaws. Like you shouldn't have killed Shepard, but it's still a good movie.
So what's your one flick not to watch?
Not to watch? Fucking anything by Kevin Smith right now, you son of a bitch.
You can be as mad as you want. You know what's something that we haven't mentioned?
Hold on, Howard the Duck.
What about Watchmen? Because that's like, that could go either way.
No, I think you watch Watchmen. I think because Watchmen is a damn good adaptation.
It's a good adaptation.
It's a damn good adaptation.
The best one that Zack Snyder's done.
Ever done, and I think it fires on all cylinders. Like, it's a good adaptation. It faithfully recreates the story. It makes you feel for these characters if you've read the graphic novel. That being said, if you haven't read the graphic novel and you try to watch Watchmen, it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's long. It's boring.
I saw it before I read Watchmen.
Oh no, I read Watchmen like 5 or 6 times before I saw it.
It ain't bad. It's not a bad flick at all.
But it's long, it's boring. I can get it. If you are not invested in these characters before you go in, you're not leaving that movie invested in these characters after.
Oh, you know one that I say do not watch? League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh yeah. I'd like to change my vote.
Movie.
That's the movie that made Sean Connery quit acting.
It should.
that movie. I quit acting
made Sean Connery
quit acting. He's like, I'm out. I'm done.
You should be.
Like,
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen's bad.
I forgot
Good
about
comic,
that one.
Bad movie.
Well, and there you go. That's because they didn't adapt the comic correctly.
Well, the comic wasn't done.
So
you
can still have good movies.
No. What had happened was Alan Moore's writing this. Everybody knows Alan Moore's writing this. They're like, that's a cool concept. Let's buy the movie rights.
And do the movie.
And they take the basic concept of, you get all these extraordinary people together, and then they just...
The same thing happened with 2001: A Space Odyssey, though. That's not an adaptation of a book. They were written at the same time.
Yeah.
So you can do this, and they're both good, and they both have differences, and they both have different meanings, but they're both good. You can make good shit. They just failed. They were like, let's make a fucking action movie.
It was bad.
It was real bad. It was so bad I couldn't.
It was an action comic though. You know what I mean?
Not really.
There's a lot like
No.
big explosion. It ends everything. It was ends everything in the first arc of the story. I suppose.
Yeah. No. But it wasn't an action book. It wasn't an action. It was more mystery driven.
There was some mystery to it. There
There was no mystery in the movie though.
They reminded me of
There was
mystery.
no mystery in that movie.
Bang 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 bang
bang bang bang.
Yeah, Matt,
bang.
you fixed it.
How about Ant-Man? Does Ant-Man work as a comedy?
No.
All right, so I'm back to Guardians of the Galaxy then.
Ant-Man's funny though.
All right, so leave comic book movies out of this because I'm gonna leave comic book movies out of this next one. Sci-fi.
Ooh, sci-fi.
Sci-fi movie because that runs the gamut there.
Have to watch it.
Yeah.
Got to go through the Star Wars flicks, dude.
Take Star
Wars out of it.
Yeah. Star Wars, Star Trek. Take the big franchises out of it. Like you're trying to get.
You're removing half the stuff that's out there.
I just removed 2 franchises.
They're the big 2. I don't know. See, there's a bunch of like little things out there that are fun to watch, but I don't think any of them are necessarily end all be all to being a nerd.
No, but they put you down that path. Like I was thinking, I don't even know, Memento. No, that's not really sci-fi. Men in Black.
Men in Black's a fun movie. Don't watch Men in Black 2 or 3.
E.T. I liked Men in Black 3.
I didn't.
I thought Men in Black 3 was pretty good.
It was Men in Black 3 was better than Men in Black 2, but I wouldn't go as far.
I like Josh Brolin as Tommy Lee Jones' character. I thought that was a very good casting call.
It was a good casting call.
I mean, there's a lot of good sci-fi that just Godzilla.
Which one?
No, just any.
Yeah, that's actually brilliant.
Yeah, you pick one from each era because there's 4 different eras of Godzilla now. So you just go like here, you watch Godzilla, the first one from the Showa era. Then the Heisei era, I would pick Godzilla versus King Ghidorah.
Okay.
Like, and then the
What about Mechagodzilla?
So from which era?
What was the first Mechagodzilla?
That was in the Showa era. It was the Terror of Mechagodzilla, and then the Terror of Mechagodzilla again.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm out on those movies.
You didn't like them?
Those were bad. Like, there were aliens controlling Mechagodzilla. The Heisei era did a much better one, where it was where Mechagodzilla was controlled by G-Force, and it was the robot was built around the skeleton of the original Godzilla.
Okay.
But I would still pick Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, hands down every day.
Godzilla versus King Ghidorah is a good fight, though.
No, it's a damn good fight. And then Mothra shows up. It's a whole thing.
It's craziness.
And then for the Millennium era,
which is an allegory for Jesus, if you recall.
E.T. is an allegory for Jesus.
It is correct.
The Millennium era,
or it's the space flu.
It was spades. Thank you. Spades. Space AIDS.
Yeah, I mean, we called it the space flu, and it was called about 6 different things.
That's what happens when you hang out with E.T. What about Enemy Mine?
Enemy Mine.
That's that movie with Dennis Quaid where he gets marooned with the enemy on a desolated planet and they have to survive.
Okay.
You never seen that movie?
I'm trying to think of it.
Like the 80s. The 80s were the sci-fi gold.
Non-magic medieval movie. A Knight's Tale.
Ooh. Excalibur. Does that count? Like removing the sword and the stone, does that count as like magic or is that just a feat? Oh no, Merlin was in it. Never mind.
You like Broderick's Godzilla?
What?
No.
No, Matt, come on.
It's just because you share a first name.
Dune, he's right. Dune's a good sci-fi movie. I don't know if Dune, it's okay. The miniseries.
Tremors.
Fucking Tremors. Yeah, no, the miniseries of Dune was much better than the movie Dune. I will say this: the sci-fi did a miniseries. Tremors is getting a TV show.
Tremors 2.
Again.
Tremors 2.
Where they drove around the little RC cars.
Yes. Tremors 2 would be my sci-fi pick.
Princess Bride had magic. They brought him back from the dead.
Yep.
He was mostly dead. Just a little bit alive.
A little bit alive.
A little bit alive. God, yeah. Saying a fantasy movie
a medieval movie that
doesn't have
no magic. Yeah.
That's
why I picked A Knight's Tale.
That's really the only one I can think. First Night. First Night with Sean Connery and Richard Gere.
What do you think about I guess post-apocalyptic movie?
Like
Post-apocalyptic. Exactly what I said.
Mad Max.
9 for me.
9?
The Tim Burton flick with
Tim
the little
Burton 9?
dolls.
Yeah. No, Mad Max. Like I wasn't a fan of Mad Max Fury Road. Like I appreciated this. There you go. Damn it.
Good God Almighty.
Fucking phone. Like this is where I'm gonna get a lot of hate. I was not a big fan of Mad Max Fury Road.
Okay.
For me, it was Mad Max 2. The Road Warrior was the first one.
Road Warrior.
Yeah. Because it was the Road Warrior, and then it was the Road Warrior 2 Mad Max. So Mad Max to me was the best one.
What are your guys' favorites? Like we've seen a few of them.
Like Matt Spafford's Boom, Courtney's been Boom.
Yeah.
But guys, comment
leave
below.
Leave in the comments. Yeah.
Yeah, because we gotta go.
Do we?
Yeah.
Is it that time?
It's that time.
It's that time. Guys, if you have not already, go to entertainthegeeky.com. You can get some of our swag there by clicking the EG Gear tab or Gear or something like that. Also, if you're needing some cards or some role-playing games or something like that, if you don't get Merle's Truck Stop in Maine, go to click the Noble Knight button on our page.
Look how awesome my beard
Your beard looks nice. Click the Noble Knight button, though. You can get some really, really good stuff there for a really fair price. And if you go to it from our page, it helps out Entertain the Geeky. And your donations are always accepted and appreciated. So, guys, as always, stay geeky.
I don't know how you hit stop on that thing.
Hit stop.